Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Welcome to Flat Earth Debate, Uncut and After Show. I'm your host Nathan Oakley, and if you are new to this channel, or you've not done so already, then be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. If you'd like to support this channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside each of these shows while they premiere. There's also a PayPal, Patreon and crypto link in the info box below the video. Speaking of Patreon, I'm going to do a quick shout out to all of you who do support me on Patreon, so a massive thanks to Abraham Mohammed, Adrian Quintana, Alistair Main, Billy Highvault, Burned Fat Till My Stomach Is As Flat As the Earth, Chow Yun Cat, Dank, Dave Rakia Gafford, David Wayne Foster, Edwin Johnson, Erwin Jennisons, Felix Hung, Fireball X, God Rockin, Henrik86, Jeranism, Joshua Balsimo, Kirsten Smith, Liam Nedrick, Life is Short, Matt, Nagara, Naibai, Qatar Craig, Reinhardt, Renee, Sally Ballis, Silver Umbrella, Skeptic936, Texas Mike, The Flat Earth Sun, Moon and Zodiac Clock App, TheFlatEarthChannel.com, Tina Baker and Tom Hawkins. So a massive thanks. Loads of appreciation to Patreon at the moment. I'm just so grateful they've actually supported me and keeping my equipment running. I'm sure I mentioned that yesterday, but in the meantime, we do actually have a fair few people in both Discord and G+, so I'll raise the mic on both of them and you can enjoy their dulcet tones while I set up for the first live show of the day.
Perhaps because he does not have
I connect
a
as
model,
my own container.
as he said.
You
he
are.
had.
You got a set of lungs.
Yeah.
In his defense, he did say what model. So
you're not coming in very clear, said and done.
I got a good globe model. It's on the App Store. It's called Stellarium. It's a free app. It's a great model for watching the stars and the sun and all that nonsense.
I watched them during the
I
night.
asked for a model of the Earth, the globe Earth, and you are saying that this is a model for the sky. I think there is a misunderstanding here, because the model that I asked for was for Earth, the ground that you call Earth, that you say
I got a good
is a
model
sphere.
for that too. That's called Google Earth.
Kids will play with their models.
Well,
kids just love models.
There is two Earthers now. Maybe you can hang out, you guys.
Hey, how about a single viable scientific hypothesis in the entire history of either astronomy, cosmology, or astrophysics, and put your models away?
Wait a sec. Did he say Google Earth is his model? Is that your airline?
Yeah.
Well, on Google Earth, you can see left to right curvature from not very high at all.
Yeah.
So the model is not.
It's a pretty good model. It's a pretty good model. If you want to fly somewhere, you can pretty much use Google Earth to figure out the distances and things like that. So,
just doesn't visually represent reality, though.
Why do you say that?
Like he was saying, you can see curvature from not that high up on Earth. It's not a representation of the reality we see.
Because we don't see curvature.
How high up do you see curvature on Google Earth?
Go test it out. I don't know the exact height. It's somewhere around airplane altitude, maybe a little less. Sometimes you just start to lift off and you're already seeing a bend.
Hey, based on the what's his name's balloon flight, you saw it 5 feet off the ground, as well as where he said he was.
Yeah, he had a curved camera, but so if you wanted to do this accurately, you could get onto Google Maps, and you can make it so that the top of your screen, the bottom of your screen, that would have to be about 800 miles, and that would be about how high Felix Baumgartner was. And you can see from there if
Kosher, you found your voice again. That's awesome. So now can you answer the question? You said yes. So where is
I'm not talking
this
to you,
ball Earth? Now you're talking over me again. So where is this ball Earth model that you have? Can you show me it?
Yeah, it might be confusing to you, but I won't be talking with you anymore.
That's fine. Kosher, talk to me.
Reason to address.
You said they use a curved camera, and I asked for a single viable scientific hypothesis in the entire history of either astronomy, cosmology, or astrophysics. Instead of showing me models, can you show me the hypothesis that proves it, and so that we could test it?
Have you heard about Hubble's law?
I want the hypothesis so anyone in the world could retest it, the scientific method. Do you have it?
All right,
Can
I'm
we
trying to
read
give
it?
you a test, but I'm trying to see if you're familiar with Hubble's law.
No, don't change the subject. I'm asking you a direct question. Forget your models.
It's not
Forget
it's not a change of
camera.
subject. I'm answering your question.
Kosho, I'm trying to talk. Forget curved cameras. Put away the models. Pull out the hypothesis for the scientific method that they used to have this truth. Can I see that, please?
Which truth specifically? Because I was trying to answer your question, but you weren't happy with that one. So.
Okay, where's the post me the hypothesis? Post it. Post the hypothesis so we can read it.
Hubble's law?
I said that
I
three
want the
times.
hypothesis.
Hypothesis. Laws don't go through the scientific method. I appreciate you don't understand what science is, Kosho, but a law doesn't go through the scientific method. You've been asked 3 times, and 3 times you've replied with the word law. That's not something that will have gone through the scientific method, though. You seem to be tutting.
That's a horrible flaw
were
in your
you tutting there,
understanding,
Kosho?
Sorry,
were you tutting there, Kosho? Was that a tut? Oh, yes, he's just humiliated me based on my total lack of scientific understanding. I'll say it a 3rd time, and I expect you to respond to what I've just said. Laws do not go through the scientific method. Ergo, your response with the word law in it was totally inconsequential and irrelevant to his question. Do you understand?
I do understand, Nathan, and that's what I was responding to. I was going to say that you have a deeply flawed understanding of what you're talking about.
No, you told us to look at a specific law that you wanted to detail. And 3 times you told him about a law and told him that you were trying to answer his question. You weren't. You didn't understand his question, otherwise you wouldn't answer with the word law. Something that does not go through the scientific method, something he specifically asked for. So no, Kosho, you just don't understand what science is, because you answered incorrectly with the word law, something that doesn't go through the scientific method. So trying to highlight my misapprehensions here won't work. You don't understand what science is. A far better answer, Kosho. Yeah, sit your ass down. You don't have any hypotheses that are valid from any of the fields of cosmology, astronomy, or astrophysics, because they're all pseudosciences. None of them can adhere to the scientific method.
You don't have sphere experiments.
Also, regarding Google, it doesn't have any drop. You appreciate that, right? Idiots that said that the Google Maps, Google Earth was a representative model. It has no drop. There's no drop in Google Earth. The thing that you guys put through the calculator and say that this piece of land on screen now for the audience, north end of the Isle of Man, has dropped behind an Earth curve. Well, Google doesn't show that. Anybody listening? Google Earth doesn't have any drop. It's not a model that represents drop. It's not showing Earth curve. There's no drop in Google Earth. You draw a line along Pontchartrain Lake and it shows the same elevation at both ends. No drop! So is that what your world is? No drop? Like Google Earth shows? People who think it's your model.
Hey, Dim. Earth or drop and elevation are 2 different things. Yeah, Dim.
Oh, sorry. So as we go towards this distant picture, you will be measuring drop in your Earth curve calculator. I'll say it a second time because he's ignored it. That's not shown in Google Earth. Second time I've said it.
Drop is from horizontal.
Sorry, you spewing bullshit about what drop is and isn't doesn't change the fact it's not in Google Earth. You're going to skirt this indefinitely? It's not in your Google Earth model. There's no drop there.
Why don't you describe what elevation is, Nathan, and how it's measured?
Oh, it's the same. It's the same in Google Earth. It's the same across both. You show it, there's no drop.
That's because the reference point has nothing to do with the curvature of the Earth. It has to do with the distance from the
centre of Earth? Fuckwit! Nothing to do with Earth being spherical. No, it's measured from the centre of the Earth. So absolutely everything to do with you begging the question that an identical elevation at two different points is just because you measure it from the centre of a presupposed Earth. So you'd need a bit of R-value proof, wouldn't you, Kosho? You got that? R-value proof for this shit model you say is representative from the centre of Earth, even though it's got nothing to do with Earth being spherical. Moron.
This would be a lot quicker if you didn't interrupt me.
I'll do what the fuck I choose. Kosho, you are retarded. When asked for scientific evidence, you offered law. You've also decided to assert that Google Earth is a model that's applicable when it has no drop. And then you tell me that I don't understand that drop is actually measured on Google Earth relative to the centre of a presupposed sphere. So you'd need a bit of R for that, wouldn't you, Kosho? It would go a lot quicker if you gave us proof of R rather than interrupting me and telling me what I can and can do on my show. I'll tell you, you're basing this on a begging the question fallacy. You need R-value proof. Have you got that?
Nathan, you might need to get some coffee or something like that, but...
no. Excuse me, I'm asking for R proof, not whether or not I've got enough caffeine in my bloodstream, thank you very much, dickhead. Have you got what I'm asking for? Fourth time. Any R proof for your presupposition that the distances on Google are based on the distance to the centre of Earth? Third or fourth time I've asked.
Centre of gravity, more like.
Sorry, did you mutter gravity? No scientific evidence of this horse shit. Bending of conceptual mediums. You're still not answering about the R proof that you said you hadn't got. For the assumption that Earth's being measured to the centre of presupposed spherical Earth. You'd need a bit of R-value proof then, wouldn't you, Kosho? Fifth time. Maybe tell me I haven't had enough coffee or talk about gravity. Fifth time, mate. Go a lot quicker if you gave me the R proof. It'd go a lot quicker if you gave me your proof of R. Sure. If this would go a lot quicker, mate. You need a bit more coffee. Get you in gear quicker. Put yourself in first gear, mate. Get yourself some coffee. And give me your proof of the R value you're presupposing in this statement you've just made about Google Earth. And its lack of drop.
I gotta take a break, Nathan, so I can answer you.
Just give me the R proof. Just give me your proof of R. Don't ask for permission to answer. When you ask me for permission to answer, I'll talk over you. Yeah, I'm not asking or giving permission for anything. I'm demanding you prove the shit you've just spouted that is based on an assumption of an R value. Do you have that? Sixth time I've asked him. Maybe tell me I need more coffee.
Once more, Nathan. I'm only going to try this one last time.
Oh, that's not you giving me R proof. It's you telling me you're going to try one last time. So I'm going to ask for a seventh time. Have you got any proof of the R value? Or maybe you need to ask for permission. Tell me I need more coffee. What? You going to give it me?
Yes, R proof? I do, and I'd like to share it with you.
Go ahead.
Well, there's many ways that you can do this, but...
That's not giving me R proof. You saying, can I do it? I say yes, and you say there are many ways. Get yourself in gear, get yourself a cup of coffee, calm your ass down, and just give me the proof of the bullshit you've just asserted based on this R value. Go.
Alright, I don't like where this is going,
So fuck off. Fuck off, you dumb shit, with your stupid fallacy and your begging the question R value you can't prove. You've been pummeled. What, and now you're going to be a coward and say you're going to run away because you're being shouted over? I've asked you 8 times! Proof of R, fuckwit! Go!
Try asking me and then stop talking so I can answer you.
I'll do what the fuck I like, you haven't got any R proof. Every time I pause and we hear your voice, you're not proving R. 9 times.
I tell you, I did this method, okay?
Sorry, telling me you've done a method, that's not proving R. So that's going to be the 10th time I've asked you to prove your bullshit, begging the question fallacy that these distance on Google that have no drop are measured with the presupposition of Earth being spherical based on the R value I asked you for 11 times!
And let me answer you. For the love of God, I'm in the middle of answering you every time.
In the middle of answering me is not giving an answer. That's a justification for saying that this 12th occasion, when I say, yeah, go ahead, give me your answer, what's your proof of R, you'll tell me that you've tried to answer. That's not an answer.
Yes, I did this with 23 people, where we measured the length of a shadow on the equinox, and that gave us the circumference and the curvature rate around the world.
No, it fucking didn't. The calculation presupposes an R value. You've already got an R value in that calculation, you Dumbo. Yo! Dumbo! You've already got a fucking R value in that calculation, haven't you?
No, we didn't.
You already assume you're measuring a sphere! Yeah, that's what you're doing! You've got the presupposition that Earth's spherical in that measurement.
What was my measurement, Nathan? You didn't even...
Sorry, you're not addressing a fucking word I'm saying, Kosho. That measurement comes with a spherical presupposition, doesn't it?
No, it does.
Oh, so you're not working out where the sun moves on a sphere, then? You're not presupposing it's a sphere?
No.
Yeah, you are. You're a fucking Dumbo. You don't know how your own maths works. It works with a spherical presupposition. You're a moron. Hello, moron! It works with a spherical presupposition. All descriptions of Aristophanes will describe the fact that it's based on a presupposition of Earth being spherical. Why are you saying no, Dumbo? Don't you understand your own religion? Are you really this stupid? Yeah, he absolutely assumes a spherical Earth when he takes these measurements in wells or with sticks, depending on which bullshit version you take. Yeah, spherical presupposition is absolutely in place in this. Don't you know that, Kosho, you dumb shit?
You're not clear on what I did.
Sorry, I know what sticks and shadows gives you when you base it on a presupposition Earth's a sphere. And you'd need your R value for your Google Earth assertion. So would you for Aristophanes. You need to presuppose you're on a bloody sphere, Kosho. Now this would go a lot faster if you didn't sidetrack away to sticks and shadows with another spherical presupposition and just proved the R value.
I didn't do it that way.
No, I know you didn't. You begged the question and assumed Earth's a sphere. Your sticks and shadows assumes Earth's spherical, shithead. Are you deaf?
Yeah, not the way I did it.
No, yeah, the way anybody does it. You have to have a presupposition of a spherical Earth.
Well, you can pretend that you know what I'm talking about, or you
I do know what I'm talking about. You're just a shithead. And you're asserting that you don't need a spherical presupposition when you use sticks and shadows to get a radius value based on a circumference, which is actually based on a trajectory of a light in the fucking sky. So no, this isn't giving you the R value I've asked you for 12 times. This is presupposing Earth's a sphere.
You're not going to listen to me, Nathan. I'm not going to try to talk to you.
That's not giving me an R value again. That'll be the 14th or 15th obfuscation where you say, I'm not going to do something. No, you're not, because you are basing this sticks and shadows shite on a presupposed spherical Earth. That's about the 6th time I've said that. What, you're just going to deny it? Not the way I did it. Yeah, it's well documented, you stupid shithead.
Coherent enough to listen for 5 seconds, I'll just tell you, you can go around the equator. You can go around any one of the longitude lines.
The equator! The equator's based on a presupposition of a sphere! So the equator's the outside edge of a sphere, shithead!
Also the inside of a circle.
So the outside edge of a sphere, then? So absolutely, in your first fucking statement, you're proving that you're presupposing a fucking spherical Earth, then? Just like I said.
It's a circle on a...
Excuse me, shithead. Not circle. It's based on a sphere presupposition. What you measure isn't going to be a circle on a flat plane. It's going to be the outside edge of a sphere, mate. That's your presupposition. You don't have to like it, you dumb fuck.
Hey, try this out for a second, Nathan.
No. You try and prove R for your assertion that Google Earth takes its measurements from a presupposed. Yeah, this would go a lot quicker if you didn't talk over me. Go a lot quicker if you didn't talk over me and gave me some R value proof that didn't rely on presupposing Earth's a sphere. Things would go a lot faster if you just gave me that.
Kosho, the question was provide a single scientific hypothesis. Look where you took us with your diversions. Can you go back to my original
because
question?
you guys ask a question, then you don't stop talking when I try to answer you.
No,
the reason
I
asked
did
you about the
no.
Hubble's law is
You
because I was
did
going to tell you
not
the
address
hypothesis.
my
I just wanted to see if
question,
you're familiar with
Kosho.
it.
Oh, so his circle jerked us
Kosho.
back down to a law. He asked you for a hypothesis and you're going to reassert a law. Yo, fuckwit. You are really dumb. I've already explained this to you 3 times. A law does not go through the scientific method. At a fundamental level, you don't understand what science is, and you don't understand where your religion presupposes Earth's a sphere when you're trying to prove Earth's a sphere. So you're a stupid shithead. Dumb as fuck. Not a law, mate. That doesn't go through the method. Didn't you listen the last 3 times? You need to come back to this stupid circle jerk shite about laws when we're talking about something that's been through a method of science, which this isn't.
I'll give you a citation, buddy.
Sorry, the method doesn't have laws associated. They don't go through the method. Hello, shithead, Dumbo, globehead moron. No, a law's not going to answer his question because a law won't have gone through the scientific method. That's about the 5th time I've said it. What are we going to do, 20 minutes from now, come back to you saying a law's an answer? No, mate.
So the second law of thermodynamics did not go through the scientific method? Okay.
No, that's correct. It does not go through the scientific method. It's just a law of nature. It is what it is. You're not going to establish the cause of why things go from hot to cold or why high pressure goes to low pressure. The cause is going to elude you for eternity. You're not going to establish the cause of that law or any law. They don't go through the method.
Yeah, but you have to test it to see if it's even a law.
Excuse me, shit for brains. You saying we're going to test it what? Test the hypothesis? No, mate. 7th time. Laws don't go through the scientific method. You stupid moron. How many times? Do you need it 3 more times? 10 total?
Have them post a hypothesis.
That was the question.
Have them post a hypothesis.
Post the hypothesis for Hubble's law.
Okay, there we go. Now we finally get to get somewhere. I was wanting to see if you was familiar with it. It sounds like you are. So, Hubble's law, for example, came about from the observation.
I don't give a shit. Give us the hypothesis, you stupid shithead, deaf idiot. I didn't ask you to
describe it to you
detail
so
about
we're on the
it.
same page.
Just give us the hypothesis, you stupid retard. Are you deaf? I don't need a little story. Just a hypothesis. Do you know what a hypothesis is? Oi! Do you know what a hypothesis is, Kosho?
What's the point of trying to answer you, man, if you're just going to...
Yeah, that's another, the 15th time you've used that shitty little tactic. I'm asking you a direct question. If you know what a hypothesis is, say yes, then give it us. Hello? Are you deaf?
Kosho, we don't want your commentary. Post it.
Yeah, spare us your annotations, just give us a hypothesis for Hubble's law. Is the stony silence because I've already pointed out 8 times that it won't have a hypothesis? You're thick, Kosho. You're stupid. You're a moron. You're dense. You're dumb. You're getting this down. Write this down. I am dumb. Signed, Kosho.
It's not Hubble's law either. It's Abby Georges Lemaitre's law. Clown. The Reverend Abby Georges Lemaitre.
Another reverend?
Yep.
Oh, wow. So many men of faith giving you the heliocentric model. It's amazing.
Yeah, the Catholic faith, to be exact.
So why do they get so mad when you call them priests? It's a little weird, isn't it?
Yeah. Where's the hypothesis? Give us the hypothesis for the second law of thermodynamics if you can't find Abby Georges Lemaitre's.
I don't know, I've been told off by Kosho that I was being unreasonable. So why has he gone silent? I'm waiting for you to say, yeah, you're right, Nathan. I didn't have a fucking clue what science was. That's why I started talking about laws when asked for a hypothesis. You haven't told me what a hypothesis is either. You slid your way around that too, didn't you, Kosho? What's a hypothesis, Kosho? You dumb shit.
The reason is there are no sphere experiments.
Yeah, I'm calling you a dumb shit, Kosho. You're a dumb shit. What's a hypothesis, you dumb shit? Maybe tell us that you don't like being talked to like this, yeah? You are a dumb shit. Otherwise you'd have rattled off what a hypothesis is. Like that. You haven't, and you haven't given us a hypothesis for this law you claimed either. You stupid shit. You're dumb.
This room's a little bit different than Jim Panda's server, isn't it?
Yeah, don't get away with
Where you
spouting
don't
your
get
utter horse
challenged
shit
with
nonsense
the
here, do you, Kosho? You get held to task 13 times for your bullshit.
QE, but I'm not going to have a conversation with Nick.
Oh, the 16th time he's used that defense. I'm not going to do it because of blah, blah, blah. No, you're a stupid fuckwit. That's why you're not doing it. Because you haven't got a hypothesis for this law. There won't ever be one. Because you're a stupid fuckwit. You don't understand science. Now your silence is interrupted by me talking. I.e. you weren't saying a fucking thing till I pointed out just how stupid you are, Kosho. You are stupid. Make no mistake.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Brian.
All you had to do, Kosho, was post it.
So, Brian.
That's all you had to do, Kosho, was post it. Do
You just want me to
have
post
it
it for you? Who's asking for that? Is that 10th man? I'll post.
Yeah, can you? Yeah, post the hypothesis.
I looked at this on Wikipedia just before QE said it about Hubble's law. And the very first line, it says, Hubble's law, also known as Hubble-Lemaitry law, is the observation in physical cosmology. What's physical cosmology?
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Welcome to Flat Earth Debate Live. I'm your host Nathan Oakley, and if you are new to this channel, or you've not done so already, then be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. If you'd like to join the community debate, then go to nathanoakley.com and check out the Flat Earth Debate Forum, which you should definitely all join. If you'd like to support the channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside each of these shows while they are live. There's also a PayPal, Patreon and crypto link in the info box below the video. Most importantly, if you'd like to join the discussion, simply mute the page you are currently watching, then click the link in the info box below this video to join the panel and express your views on the nature of Earth. If you do join, please don't swear. If you do, you'll be ejected, and if you are, please don't try to rejoin the stream using sock accounts. You'll be warmly welcome back on the next stream. Please also share the show on social media. Sharing the show obviously increases the live audience, but this in turn increases the chances of a more diverse panel. So please share the show on Facebook and Twitter. And one last time, if you're new to the channel or you've not done so already, then be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. Now we are joined by 10th Man, Ranty Flat Earth, Righteous Force, The One, Jibby Jedi, Chocolate Saiyan, Brian and Arwin in G+. Very good to have you one and all.
Good afternoon.
Good morning.
Hello. Hello.
Good morning.
Hello, and we've also got a whole bunch of people in Discord as well. Good to have you.
Greetings from Discord.
So, any evidence of any viable hypothesis from any of the fields of astronomy, cosmology, or astrophysics?
Still waiting.
Is this a new one?
It is.
Ah.
Good to have you, by the way, Ranty. Nice to see you.
Yeah, nice to be here. So, how's this new one come about?
So, about a month ago. Maybe QE, can you tell us?
It's always been here. It's just the first time that I actually said it.
We've voiced in the past, Ranty, that there is no scientific evidence of a sphere Earth. And the sphere Earth priesthood is astronomy, cosmology, and astrophysics. Shout out to Good Servant for the super chat. Really appreciate your support. So we'll rattle through the other housekeeping questions, but I'm going to draw a little bit more focus to the second, typically the second question in the housekeeping arsenal, so we'll rattle through the other ones hopefully relatively quickly, unless there's discussion to have. Any signs of Earth curvature?
Not from Santa Barbara.
Nope. Not from Blackpool.
I found some curvature.
Cool. Where'd you find curvature?
Oh God.
Yeah, we got curvature.
Where's that then? You want to tell us about it?
That means you, airline pilot.
Don't be shy. We're waiting.
We're all sitting in
any
suspense,
evidence?
waiting to hear about this curvature.
We're not going to. Any evidence of the distance to the sun?
Nope.
For a distance, you gotta prove proximity first, and would be nice if somebody proved you can approach it anyway empirically. It would be nice.
So you're telling me that after a year, these globs haven't come up with an answer for this yet?
Distance to the sun? No, they have to just presuppose an R value, a spherical Earth.
Well, isn't there plenty of globs in the Discord that could answer this?
Yeah.
I like it, Granty. Globs.
Is that Aaron Benjamin?
That's red pill, right?
Who's the originator of that?
I gotta start using that shit.
Where's that come from? Is it Aaron Benjamin?
Nah, I
asked for signs of curvature. No, proof.
Yeah, what's your sign of Earth curve?
I like
it gets pitch black at night.
It's what at night, sorry?
It gets dark at night.
Pitch dark at night. Pitch black. There you go. Curvature.
You'll have to pad that out for me. I don't understand.
Wow. This is going to be
I
fun.
don't know why you're laughing. I don't get it. It gets dark at night.
We got a donut challenge.
Don't get it. You'll have to explain.
The sun went behind the curve. What else is there to get?
Oh, the sun went behind a presupposition that Earth is curved. That's you presupposing Earth's curved, mate.
No.
The sun went behind Earth's curve.
Curvature. I gave it to you.
Do you want to expand on it?
Why does it get dark on a flat Earth? It doesn't.
But do you want to expand on that, or just talk every time I try and reply? Go ahead. Expand on how you presupposing that it's gone behind an Earth curve. You understand that you said it goes behind Earth curve, and that's your presupposition. If you don't, I'll explain that to you.
Why does it get dark on a flat Earth?
Don't ask me something. Sorry, you've made a claim. And now I'm trying to explain to you why your claim is wrong.
Get dark on a flat Earth.
It doesn't mean that every time I open my mouth, you need to start talking again. So, do you not understand why that's fallacious reasoning? I've tried to highlight it by saying, when you use the words behind Earth curve, that is your presupposition. Don't ask me something about how it should work on a model you're going to hold up in false dichotomy with this shite. Just say yes. I understand that when I say behind Earth curve, that I'm presupposing Earth's a sphere and it's got curve rather than proving it. Do you not get that?
I wanted to weigh in on flying around the curvature part while maintaining 2.5 to 3 degrees nose up.
Oh, God.
The airplane always flies 3 degrees nose up.
That's all I need to hear.
Pitching
That's
down?
all I need to hear. The plane always flies nose up. So it's not descending around any curve then. That's the end of that. We already got this concession. It's nice that, like Rumpus and a few others, you've picked up on this little trick where they start with the devastating part of your argument first. Like I'm going to miss it. Yeah, so really? Planes always fly nose up? Well, surely they'd need to be descending around the drop of the Earth curve now, wouldn't they? Like Polaris does.
Hang on a sec there, sunshine.
Yeah, shut up. Shouldn't it be nosing down or descending, though? Nosing up isn't scrubbing off the drop of a curved Earth, is it?
Why would you have to descend to fly around the curve?
Because that's what you'd do if it was curving. You'd be descending around Earth curve. But according to your just declaration of a moment ago, you're always flying nose up. Oh, well, that proves Earth's flat, doesn't it? Amazing. Not dropping in altitude to match the drop of the Earth curve you presuppose is there. Oh, well, that's a very clean and concise flat Earth proof then.
Pilot guy, how would a plane flying from London to Perth land in Perth if it doesn't nose down?
Because if it nose down, it would descend, and it flies in level flight around the
away from
the
the
globe.
topic.
That's the end of that argument.
It's
the end of the argument again. It flies in level flight. Level flight, not descending. That's a flat Earth proof you've got there, my friend.
But he literally tried to defend it by saying if you nose down, you would be just descending.
Yeah.
Isn't that your whole point?
Isn't there supposed to be drop that you descend around?
He's pushing the level curve again.
No, you don't.
Do you understand if you
lose
go
your
up,
altitude. That
you
makes no
got to
sense.
come down? Do you know if you go up, you got to come down? That's called descend. Do you ever descend or you're always flying?
It's the level which is changing. You fly level, but it's the definition. It's the level which is changing as you.
Oh, I see. Like Kosho earlier, when I pointed out there was no drop in Google Earth, he said, no, that level is actually based on it being completely in line with the radius at all points. So, like earlier, when you use night and dark as a presupposition that Earth is curving, this too would also presuppose that levels actually parallel with a curved surface based on an R value. Just like Kosho used in the pre-show then.
That's correct.
Not correct! You fucking fundy fucktard! Not correct! You're begging the question fallacy! How stupid are these people? You point out that their fallacious reasoning is fallacious, and their answer to you is, yeah. That's exactly how I beg the question. Not correct! A logical fallacy! You complete moron!
I mean, we are talking to the guy that pitches down while nosing up and
No,
level.
No, he's conceded that. He conceded that here. That double speak got unpacked ages ago, and then I shouted at him when he tried to reassert it. Today, he's just made a very clear declaration. He's nosing up 2 to 3 degrees as he flies level. That's what he said today.
I'm flying level around the curve.
Yeah, around your presupposition. So you're not dropping, but you presuppose that you don't need to drop because you beg the question of a sphere Earth. So it's always perpendicular to your begging the question fallacy. Are these people really this retarded? Even when you lay out the logical fallacy in all its details, they go, yeah, that's exactly how I beg the question.
Mm-hmm. How do you fly level around the curve? How do you fly level around the curve?
You don't. It's a contradiction in terms, Ranty.
Ranty, you didn't know level curves are the new thing in 2019.
So you always level the Earth's surface, but the Earth's surface.
So, new fundy moron. What are you going to do? Just circle jerk us around with the same assertion? You presuppose level is actually curved. Yet we know you begged the question of an R value. We know. We did it with Kosho earlier. Weren't you listening? We know you've got a religious belief in R. We already know that. Saying, well, I've got a religious belief in R as your justification is garbage. Are you really this stupid?
Yes.
Pilot guy, to fly from
And why
London
do the
to
stars
Perth,
all go up?
1 second.
Did you
Pilot
watch the
guy.
video?
To fly from London, 1 second, I'm speaking. To fly from London to Perth, the reason I use that for you is because you have to go past the equator line. And that means that you won't be upside down because it's only about 33 degrees south of the equator on the globe. But the thing about it is, you won't be upside down, but you certainly won't be level. You have to be at an angle flying into land in Perth International. There is no way around that. What you're trying to push will work for you mentally for like 100 miles from London Airport. After that, it won't work. It won't work at all, but it'll work for you mentally. But you can't fly past the equator and pretend you're not upside down, or at least heading for upside down.
Antipodal. Get a lot of dicks in the chat, Brian. If you don't say antipodal, they'll say he doesn't understand just because you've used upside down rather than antipode.
Well,
yeah. Well, I don't live on a globe, Nathan, and neither do you, so we don't have to say it.
I agree. I totally agree, and I would also say upside down. I'm just saying it for the commenters, who will no doubt give you shit for that one word.
They don't matter. Thanks, Adam.
Can't believe the
I've been
arguments have
waiting for
regressed
his
so
proof of
in
darkness.
2 months.
I've been waiting for the curve is proved by darkness. That's what I've been waiting for.
Well, he begged the question and said when it goes over Earth's curvature.
No, darkness. He said the Earth's curve because of darkness.
Yeah, because it gets dark at night, so therefore globe.
That's pretty. I see what you're saying, QE. That's non sequitur. Yeah, I did ask him to pad it out, but we just got straight to the begging the question part and then moved on.
No, he diverted away.
I'm done. I'm done with this. This is nonsense.
We're
Proving
looking
they
for
can beg the
answers here,
questions.
guys. Answers. These aren't answers. These idiots are coming on and telling us that level is curved.
Yeah.
Where's the answers? Jeez.
R-based curved.
It seems I've stepped away for 2 months. I come back. It seems like the arguments have regressed.
They have. You're right.
Yeah, you're actually right, Ranty.
Well,
they don't know what to do anymore with these regular arguments. Now they're regressing.
Did you catch?
or
Did you catch time and space as donuts?
Yeah.
I sometimes get the feeling that they're literally trying to approach us with, "Oh, come on, why can't we beg the question? Why is that not okay?" I get the feeling that they really
that's okay.
don't understand.
Go somewhere else.
But
Go somewhere else with
point
that.
is,
Not coming here with that shit.
I think they really don't understand why they're not allowed to beg the question.
They cannot post a single viable scientific hypothesis for any of their claims. Then natural law goes against them. So they're only left to obfuscation, fallacies, and comments. Kosho would not post and cite the hypothesis. He wanted to explain it. We didn't want him explaining it in the pre-show. So this is what we get. Just post your hypothesis, make sure it's repeatable, and it's done through the scientific method. If you ain't got it, just say you ain't got it. And then let's go to natural law and see how that kills you. So what do you have left at the end of the day when natural law and the absence of a hypothesis? What do you have, Globers?
Flat Earth.
Well, it wouldn't even be that serious. I mean, they would just have to post a hypothesis and then post the experiment that validates it. It's okay. It's simple. But why is it not that simple? I don't get that.
Well, this is why they argue for 40 minutes on an airplane nose up when QE, I remember on the show, said that at a 500-mile airspeed, it would have to drop 2,700 plus feet every minute. Well, I never have experienced any of that. And I've flown a lot.
I would love the math on the Concorde that does about 1,200 miles per hour flying from London to New York.
Then what do you see on an
The MiG-25 Foxbat. The MiG-25.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second.
Over 40 miles.
Sorry, Brian. Somebody's trying to get a word in from Discord. Go ahead, whoever it was in Discord.
Yeah, yes, sir. Somebody just mentioned that the airplane would have to drop 2,000 feet per minute if it was flying around the curve. Just one question: drop relative to what?
To where he started.
But we don't measure vertical speed or altitude relative to where we started. We measure altitude from the surface of Earth. So if you drop relative to the surface of Earth,
you don't have a
you
drop.
would eventually descend into the Earth.
I see.
Do you measure a drop?
No, he's right. Hold on. Just let him have his moment. Yeah, you're correct. So you're saying you measure it to the surface of Earth as you travel, and you presuppose that surface is curved, correct?
I don't presuppose. I know it's curved.
Yeah. See, this is the problem. Whoever asked earlier, why is it they don't appreciate, or I think it was Arwin, who's like, why don't they just say, look, why can't I beg the question? No. In this moron's mind, Earth's already a sphere. So it's perfectly justifiable for him to start with the presupposition Earth's a sphere, and that's his justification, because we already know. No, starting by asserting that you already know is the very definition of begging the question. But this moron will never understand that. It's probably one of the most simple logical fallacies, begging the question, to understand. But these morons don't understand it. because it's too cognitively painful. Because it's their religion. The begging the question part. The assumption Earth is a sphere already is the definition of this fallacy, mate.
Would you like to know how I know it's a sphere?
Yeah, because it gets dark.
Yeah.
Because it gets dark and you presuppose what? The sun moves over a curve. Yeah, because you presuppose Earth's moving over a curved surface. So you're begging the questions there in this example too. We covered this.
Just let me know what you want me.
We don't want anything from you. You're a moron. Why do these people, when they're getting smashed, and I'm demolishing their utter horse crap, say, let me know when you want to spout more shite from me? No, I don't want you to talk ever again. I wouldn't give a shit if you never came. You're a moron.
Hang on, the show's been going for 3 years, Nathan. I think it's time we got some proof, yeah? So, go ahead. About your
I
proof.
think it's time. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. The reason I know that it's a sphere is because of horizon drop. Horizon drop is the angle you measure between eye level and the horizon. And the horizon drop increases with the viewer height. As you increase your height, the more horizon drop you get.
Horizon drop is an oxymoron.
Yeah, what a moron.
Okay.
Can I respond to that?
Let's reach some terms.
The amount of
Pilot, what's the horizon?
And establish your R value. And
Yeah,
define horizon.
It's not listening now. What's the horizon?
How about we just stick to the issue of horizon drop?
Yeah, what is the horizon?
I'm not going to get into it.
You're not going to get into it? Sorry, everyone shut up. We'll have a moment's silence while you don't get into it then. You fucking moron.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't think that's called for. I just told you.
Yeah, fucking moron! The horizons are not actual location. You think I give two flying fucks what the not actual location's doing when you measure it? You stupid shit for brains. Yet what, you're not going to get into the not actual position of the horizon that you're measuring? You're a moron. You're measuring not actual locations. What kind of stupid shit are you? Yeah, I'll call you a fucking moron, because that's what you are. Not get into it. Yet you know you're going to get bent over and spanked, mate. Not actual locations getting measured to prove an R value. What kind of fucking moron are you? Moron.
You're going to have to.
Moron. Moron.
Said no swearing.
You're
So,
a
please come
moron.
back next show.
You're a moron. You're a moron. You're measuring not actual locations, moron. Are you a moron? Are you stupid? Repeat after me. The horizon is a not actual location. You can't measure not actual locations to prove things. Repeat after me, you stupid Dumbo.
No, you're out.
I'm out? No, I'm pummeling you. You're not going to get an R value from measuring a not actual location, you stupid shit for brains.
Whoa, whoa. Pump the brakes there, silly.
No. You're not going to get an R value from measuring horizon drop when it's a not actual location. You're a moron. Hello? Moron. That's you. The guy measuring a not actual location? Because he's a moron? That'd be you. Moron.
Just let me know what you want to hear about the actual location of the horizon.
It's not an actual location. You're a moron. How many times do I need to tell you you're a moron?
Well, just let me know.
Okay, you're a moron. It's not an actual location.
Prove it.
You do really know what you think is the horizon. What do you think is the horizon? Or what do you think it is?
Well, shut up. Mute the one who's being obnoxious there. And let me tell you about it.
You're the one that they're speaking. It's the definition of horizon, you clown.
Let me tell you a little bit about the horizon.
We don't want to hear your story about the horizon, clown. We want to hear about the Earth is curved because it's dark.
Talk, and now you say you don't want.
We want to hear the Earth is curved because it's dark.
Can you post a third-party hypothesis rather than you babbling on?
I bet you he doesn't even know what a hypothesis is.
Well,
he doesn't know what a horizon is. Define horizon.
Do you jokers even know
define
the
horizon
distance to the horizon and why?
Cite it, please.
Why does the distance to the horizon increase?
Go ahead and define it and then cite it right here in live stream.
Do you know?
Define it and then cite it right here in live stream.
The distance to the
Airline
horizon
pilot.
at airliner
What's the
cruising
horizon?
altitude.
Airline pilot.
He's not going to answer.
That's all for him.
Yeah, I agree. Go ahead.
He will get the most respect from this panel when he posts a proper hypothesis for what he's saying. But if he's going to babble on with his commentary, he's no different than Kosho and everybody else.
He just said that, do we realize that the horizon changes in distance when you rise higher? Something along those lines.
Yeah, we realise it's not actual location.
That would mean it's not an actual location, right?
Yeah, that's correct,
Yeah.
Chocolate and Brian. Sorry to interrupt. I'm just going to read out Issa Mahalski's super chat. Go and subscribe to him, by the way. Issa makes great music. You should check out his channel. Right-click on his little 3 dots and go to channel. Subscribe today. FE is the Donald Trump of cosmology. Limp-wristed lefties hate it and get wrecked. Fire. Thank you very much, Issa Mahalski. Really appreciate your support.
And I'll just say that the perceived horizon changes day to day. You know, it's never always in the same position, which tells you that it can never be a place that you can plot using something like a theodolite or anything like that.
Well, Ranty, he's also saying that level is curved. And so if he's saying that he's going to fly a distance of said miles and the plane automatically stays level to a curved earth, then why is it that Neil deGrasse Tyson says the higher you go, you still see flat?
Indeed. Can I just answer this Jim Morrison for a second? He keeps spamming me. He's saying level is perpendicular to the line that goes straight down from the Earth's surface. Have the bollocks to address this. Well, I'm addressing it, and I'll also address the fact that he quoted himself saying that the 3 degrees up, he is going 3 degrees up with the front of his plane, which is impossible for that to happen, Jim. Well done.
This horizon argument that they are going on with, that he just had there about this horizon drop. Basically, what that argument is he's basically asking, when he flies 5 miles or 6 miles above the ocean, how come the ocean is 5 or 6 miles below him? That's basically what they're asking. It's like, I'm 6 miles above the ocean. How come the ocean is 6 miles below me? It must be a ball. That's basically, that's what he's asking. Does he expect that on a flat Earth that the ocean is going to rise up to the bottom of the plane or something?
Well, that's when it comes down to semantics, right? When people say the horizon rises up to eye level. Well, if you're at 35,000 feet, it's not at eye level because your eye would be 35,000 feet higher than the ground.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna dip because you're 35,000 feet above it.
Yeah,
but it
exactly,
doesn't fall away.
Point.
Yeah, but it doesn't fall away like a ball is supposed to do.
Yeah.
So it's just a semantical bullshit argument from them.
I mean,
would you like the true answer? Would you like?
Oh no.
No.
Space time.
Would you like the actual answer?
No, why, Brenda?
Yesterday, Brendan, you really embarrassed yourself.
Would you
just sit on the side?
Okay.
Today, thank you.
Would you like the actual answer to the horizon question here?
Unless
I wouldn't.
Not
from you, at least.
Unless you brought that box of holes.
Well, define
the
it
definition.
first, please.
Oh, okay. The definition of the true horizon is a line of sight from an observation point that is a tangent line to a sphere.
Wrong. Horizon is the apparent line that separates the Earth from the sky.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's the visible horizon. That's not the.
Oh, sorry.
There's another horizon.
Yeah, there is.
Visible one?
Yeah, there's
the
begging
one in
the
the
question.
donut.
Yes, there's a begging the question horizon where they assume Earth's a sphere first. That's her begging the question horizon.
No, that's just what it's. That's not a begging the question. That's not begging the question. You don't understand.
Did you say
these things.
a tangent to a sphere? You said a tangent to a sphere. Did you not? You said a tangent to a sphere.
Definitions can't beg the question, Nate.
Yeah, they can.
I've got 4 of them right here that says it's the apparent.
Can.
I've got 4 definitions right here of the horizon. I'll give them to you. It's the apparent from your alma mater wiki. Is the apparent line that separates the Earth from the sky, which you said no. So you're not agreeing with your alma mater. Dictionary.com, the line or circle that forms the apparent boundary between Earth and the sky. Merriam-Webster, the line where the Earth seems to meet the sky, the apparent junction of the Earth and sky. Oxford Dictionary's horizon, the line at which the Earth's surface and sky appear to meet. Thank you.
Right. So I can give the formula for the true horizon if you like. I mean, it's based on strict geometry and
Brenda,
trigonometry.
did you not cast the common denominator in all those definitions John just read out to you? Did you not catch that?
We
'Cause
don't
you
really
went right back
do
to saying
things by
true
looking
horizon
up
when each one of those
definitions.
definitions described it as an apparent location. So maybe you seem to
Yeah,
be
they're
slightly
wrong.
They're
confused.
wrong.
They're wrong.
Yeah, I'm right. I'm right.
Oh, so
I'm
please
right.
cite the
And
correct
those
definition for
quotations are
horizon,
wrong.
Okay.
Those citations are
Yeah,
please
wrong.
cite.
I'm right.
And you're a
hold on.
moron.
I don't have to.
If those,
I don't
if
have
those-
to cite anything. I can just give you.
I don't
the
have to
correct
cite anything. I could just.
You've said the
spew.
citations given are wrong, Brenda.
Yes,
so
I can.
are you
I
saying
can do
that,
that.
when they describe the horizon as an apparent position where the sky meets the ground, are you saying it's an actual reified sphere edge?
So, for any observer standing on a spherical object, there is a circle which defines.
That's what I just said. So it is actually your reified sphere edge then. So precisely, you could have just said yes. Yes, Nathan. I presuppose it's the edge of a sphere. Yes, you could have said. Rather than detailing, you reifying the edge of a sphere and saying that on the edge of any sphere, yeah, that's your reification and begging the question fallacy. So you are automatically assuming the surface we stand on is a spherical surface then.
I'm defining.
No, you're automatically assuming that you are standing on a spherical surface. You've just detailed what happens on a spherical surface. Ergo, you will be assuming we are standing on a spherical surface. That would be begging the question.
No, I'm not assuming.
Yeah, you are. You've just detailed what happens on a spherical surface. So that unless this is translatable to nothing in reality and therefore completely moot, you will be begging the question that the surface we're standing on is spherical. I assure you.
No, I'm not. I'm defining what a true horizon is.
Yeah, a true horizon. The horizon we see. So in reality, we see a horizon. According to Brenda, it's what we see when standing on a sphere. Just you're bloody begging the question.
Brenda, where would I
No,
go
it's
to
not.
go and see
Yeah,
this true
it
horizon?
is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. It's your assumption that the description you're giving of what happens on a sphere is the true, which it's not, horizon. I.e. the thing we see is based on being on a sphere. How many times? I'm not going to do this 5 more times. I'm not going to get annoyed with you. Except that you describing a sphere horizon as the actual horizon is merely your ham-handed way of reifying your presupposition of a sphere Earth.
It's not a reification fallacy. You
Yeah,
don't
fuck it,
understand.
it's bye-bye,
you
shut
don't
up.
understand.
Yeah, piss
Yep.
off. Piss off. End
Goodbye.
of time here. Yeah, it is a reification. Your reification of a sphere model. You're saying if this happens on a sphere, the horizon will be as such. That's a reification and begging the question fallacy. Simple. Don't have to like it.
Yep. This is 3rd grade stuff.
Pathetic. Rinse and repeat. Come back with the regression arguments from about 1.5 years, 2 years ago. It's pathetic.
She
It's
says,
allowed, we're allowed
they're
to beg the
wrong.
sphere because we know we're on a sphere. Yeah, that's your fundy belief.
And her comeback.
You don't understand.
And her comeback. Nuh-uh. You don't understand. That's what their arguments are.
Right.
Sorry, Brian, you've been trying to get in there for ages and I keep interrupting you. I'll shout out the super chat after. Go ahead.
Well, me? No, I was going to say. I was going to say 1 or 2 things, just in comments. They're gone now. Time has passed. No big deal. Thanks.
Fair enough.
Well, I will say one
Hey,
thing.
shameless plug time after your shout outs. Thanks.
Hold on. Brian, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. I will say one thing. Something I was saying earlier. Just about the planes. The MiG-25 Foxbat flies at a speed of 40.83 miles, at the top speed of 40.83 miles a minute. Does not account for curve or drop. That's it. Thanks.
You say 40 miles a minute?
Yeah, 40.83 miles a minute. Fastest supersonic jet in the world.
So it's doing like almost 3/4 of a mile a second.
Yeah, it's crazy. At top speed.
That's
yeah,
insanely fast.
Yeah.
What was your point? Sorry, I got lost up in the tech of planes for a second there. What was your point? Drop, presumably.
Oh, no, my point is that it does not account for drop. There is nothing within the workings of a plane, regardless of what type of plane, that accounts for drop or curvature. So flying at 40.83 miles per minute, there is no possible way that you could account for that. The only way for that to happen is in a belief, because at the speed you're moving at, it's absolutely ridiculous. You can probably go from London to Birmingham in probably a couple of minutes.
I don't think it would be possible for them to build a plane that could continually have the flaps sort of like taking the wind turbulence at that sort of speed to be constantly adjusting for Earth curvature. It would have to be, those flaps would have to constantly be causing resistance against the air to pull, so that the plane nose down around the curve. I feel it would just rip the plane apart, surely.
I agree.
So, well, again, what about the Concorde? that remember that plane that used to do like about Mach 2, guys? 1,200 miles per hour or something like that? Flying from London to JFK in about like 2 hours or so? I mean, how is that accounting for curvature at 1,200 miles per hour at 47,000 feet? I mean, that's just nonsense. And the people on the plane are just sipping their drinks and having dinner and it's okay? Nah, man. That's insanity.
Hey, shameless plug before you close out, Nathan.
We're only halfway through, but go ahead. So Quantum Eraser's doing a channel on a show on evolution this evening. So UK time 7 PM, Central Standard Time 1 PM. So be here or be sphere on the Quantum Eraser channel. I'll be joining and believe Bible literalist, correct?
Yeah, a few people are going to be on there. It's part 3 of a 4-part series on fairy tale evolution. That's today at 1 p.m. U.S. Central. And this Saturday, the world premiere of Ball Busters, the new Ball Busters, Saturday, 1 p.m. U.S. Central, 7 p.m. UK. You got to be there for this, folks. Thanks.
Yeah, on the docket for Ballbusters is McWestian 2-Space. Be here or
Pseudo
be sphere.
McWestian.
Pseudo McWestian 2-Space on the Quantum Eraser channel, Saturday, 7 p.m. UK, 1 p.m. Central Standard. Be here or be sphere.
Of the new world premiere of Ball Busters. You gotta be there.
Shout out to Dave Rakia Gafford, who says, hard hearts and darkness only saved by the Saviour, the light, the great I am, Jesus Christ, seek him. Thank you very much for the super chat. Really appreciate your support, Dave Rakia Gafford.
Guys, where are we in housekeeping?
Any scientific evidence of gravity?
What the hell is that?
There's a sale on gravity blankets ending today, though, so act quickly. USA Today reported on it.
I've already got one. And my Coriolis insurance. Any signs of axial rotation?
No axis.
Yeah, you might need an axis before axial rotation.
Plus, you cannot have an axis on an object that doesn't have a hole for the axis. Or you cannot presuppose
The sky
with an object that doesn't have a
seems to be
center.
revolving around an axis of sorts.
The sky seems to be moving around an axis.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it's revolving around a point very close to what we call the North Star. That's what I see every night.
Yeah,
So
but that's the sky, though.
Yeah,
We're told that it's the ground that's
does
spinning.
that tell you how big the dance floor is?
Yeah, it's pretty
No,
big dance
no
floor.
evidence of the ground moving around any axis, as far as I can tell. No.
One of the things they used is a globe proof, the EQ mount telescope, that actually disproves rotation due to its polar alignment, and disproves elliptical orbits or any kind of movement of the Earth.
Any evidence
As
of
you,
Sorry, Brian, go ahead.
no, I'm finished now. This one. Sorry.
Any evidence of a self-perpetuating molten iron core at the centre of a presupposed spherical Earth?
That's
Negative.
a lot of presuppositions. But no evidence of that either. Not on Discord.
Any evidence
There
that you can
are
have?
no
Go ahead.
there are no spaceball experiments.
What about gas pressure without a container? Shout out to Dr. Daniel Faulkner.
Absolutely
retracted.
not. None at all. No evidence whatsoever of gas pressure without a container. I don't know how much more I can stress this.
Is that doctor, that clown that referenced a quote unquote experiment by a guy that had containers to contain
But multiple containers, yes. Right.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Got it.
Okay, well, last but by no means least, as this has been the focus of the show for the majority of it, pre-show and live show, any evidence of the R value, the presupposition of a spherical Earth itself? Earth radius.
No curvature on the plane.
Again, that would take us back to question numero uno. Where is the curvature? You need curvature to have a radius.
They claim their R value as being the horizon, and that's their proof. And that the higher up you go, you've got a field of view, which will give you a circle. And they claim that as being Earth curvature, not just a field of view. So they're confusing a field of view with an arbitrary place called the horizon.
Yeah, spot on.
The radius that they speak of is only, as Chocolate said, I think it was Chocolate just said, the radius they speak of is only possible as long as there is a curve of 8 inches per mile squared. And it has to be exactly that. That's the only way that that's possible. Because the distances, the actual distance from the what would be the geographic north pole to the equator is over 6,000 miles, whereas their radius is under 4,000 miles. From southern Finland, Helsinki, in southern Finland, to Libreville, which is 40 miles north of the equator, is 4,212 miles. So that's already more. From southern Finland to Libreville is already more by a couple of hundred miles than the radius that they presuppose. So they have to find a curve, otherwise the radius for a geographic north radius, the equator, is over 6,000 miles.
My focus in this regard remains the fact that the fundamentalists who come here assume that it's perfectly acceptable to start their example with the presupposition of an R value. That's how all of their arguments begin. So it doesn't matter if it's Brenda using the quote-unquote actual horizon and it being based on what happens if you look from a sphere. That's the presupposition in action. Well, Earth has that spherical property because I assume it has an R value. Or the airline pilot talking about horizon dip and saying, well, I'm going to measure out and then that's going to give me a match to the R value in the standard model when I measure this not actual location called the horizon. Shout out to Chico 2J, who says the Rumpus and Brenda can EAD. I think that means eat a dick. Thank you very much for the super chat. Yeah, but that's it. Their assumption is that it's acceptable to beg the question. Oh, it's fine. We already know it's a sphere, so my example starting out by begging the question is perfectly fine.
Yeah, they hide the distances with the outside of the curve. Because the radius from the center of this supposed globe Earth is shorter than the curve would be from the North Pole to the equator, and that's how they hide it. And most of the land is in the northern, let's say the inner part of the Earth, the north, and the land on the outside in the southern part, it doesn't go any further than 60. I think it's 59 or 60 degrees south of the equator. So basically, they've hidden distances around the outside of a sphere, and they claim a radius of less than 4,000, 3,995 miles or something like that. But they've hidden the distances on the outside. So it's like they will say, "Oh no, but the distances, like there's no problem with the distances because it's all taken in by the curve." But they have never proven the curve. But they ever.
Well, Kosho said in the pre-show that they proved the curve with a curved camera. Now, why would the Globers need a fisheye lens to prove something that's already curved? So they're already admitting that in order to show a picture of the Earth, a photograph or whatever, they need a fisheye lens. Well, if the Earth is a ball, why do you need a fisheye lens? Someone posted that you could see the curve from the Concorde at 50,000 feet. The only problem is you can't see it from a high altitude balloon at 120,000 feet. So all we want from you ballers is the truth. Show us a single viable scientific hypothesis for your claims.
Shout out to Isa Mahalski, who says the heliocentric model, or the Big Bang, let's just read it. It's rolled off screen just as I was about to start reading it. The heliocentric Big Bang cosmology cannot be disproven, but we reject the horror of a non-fixed position on philosophical grounds. Sure you got that right, Isa? Or if you change that quote slightly.
That's really scientific.
Thank you for the super
horror.
chat. Also,
the horror is waiting at the bottom of the glass.
Just one more shout out. Shout out to theflatearthchannel.com for the super chat as well. Sent me a super sticker coffee cup. Really appreciate your support. Thank you very much.
I was saying the horror that they're trying to avoid so desperately is waiting at the bottom of the glass. They blasphemed the Creator all their life. They can't have him be true now.
Was Kosho insinuating that the Red Bull Felix Baumgartner jump wasn't a GoPro lens?
He's saying they used a curved camera. Now, we know what he means is a fisheye lens.
What's a curved camera?
Well, that's what I'm saying. He just means a fisheye lens. No such thing as a curved camera.
Hold on. Is this going to end up in Jibby getting a... what exactly are you referencing in the Baumgarten video of note, Jibby?
Well, I just want to know if he knew that those were GoPro lenses being used, because a lot of people I know immediately reference that Red Bull jump and say, well, there's the curvature right there. And instead of what? Planet Arizona?
Yeah, but where? What are you referring to?
Off to the side, see the horizon.
What are you referring to in those images? You don't know where I'm leading you, I can tell.
The bendy Earth?
The bendy Earth, you say? What specifically is it that we're looking at that implies that? GoPro or otherwise? What is it we're looking at exactly?
The horizon.
The horizon, you say? Oh, really? What's that?
The apparent.
Apparent, you say? That's interesting. So, as flat earthers, we often refer to some of these high altitude non-GoPro images or videos and say, look, it's flat. Well, what's flat? The not actual location where the sky appears to meet the ground. Well, that's fascinating.
Yeah. But in that situation, is that where the apparent ground, well, the ground, the Earth meets space?
Basically, this is why this show's been titled R Value. It's useful for flat earthers to use the horizon rises to eye level argument because it leads both parties in an argument about globe versus flat earth into a reification of a not actual location. So you as a flat earther, I'm not saying you, Jippy, but anybody, would say, well, the horizon rises to eye level, and look at these high altitude images where we don't see the horizon bending. Well, so what? Who gives a shit? It's a not actual location. The reality is we don't have any drop, and as you look across the flat plane, ignoring all horizons, not actual locations, you can see that the ground you're flying above, and I've seen this with my own eyes, is flat as a pancake. Forget the horizon, who gives a shit? It's a not actual location. This does, however, leave you with one question. If the horizon is a not actual location, and in your heads-up display, if you're a fighter, or in your heads-up display on an airliner, they've got a not actual horizon that they can see through their display, and then a fairly consistent straight line that they fly towards that's above it. Well, that could only imply one thing. They're flying flat.
Yep, Earth is obviously and observably flat.
Yeah.
Exactly. Can I add something to what I said earlier about the MiG-25?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just because you mentioned planes again. Because it's flying at just over 40 miles a minute, after 5 minutes, it would have covered 200 miles. And the drop it would need to have taken into account, or at least have gone over, is just over 5 miles of drop. If, according to the globe model, obviously not in reality, but in the globe model, it would have had to deal with 5 miles of drop within 5 minutes of flight at top speed. At the MiG-25, because it could easily fly at top speed for a lot longer than 5 minutes.
So would that put you at a slight angle downward in your seat while sticking to the back of the seat because of velocity?
Your Coke can definitely be on the window above you anyway, that's for sure.
Hey guys, can I show you a picture?
Yeah, go ahead. And then I'm going to read out a Sleeping Warrior message to Quantum Eraser from Ballbusters once you've got your screen. Are you sharing already?
Yeah,
Ready
I just wanted to quickly remind you about that, how we ended up being lied to, that Earth is a flying ball. And it turns out that NASA landed supposedly on the moon, but they lost the technology. And I found out today who else lost the technology to do something for the last 70 years. And that's mainstream chemistry. Because nowadays, this is what they told us is their best picture of an atom. And it's so sad because 7 years ago, we used to have this in full color, atoms. How did that happen? We've gone from this, 1952, to this, 2015-16. Somebody tell me.
I don't have an answer for you.
Yeah, this on the screen now, one of it is iron and the other one is honey made from bees. And the circles you see are actually atoms in color.
Fascinating.
Yeah, found it today. Really amazed. Should be on the cover of every chemistry textbook.
So, are you on Tenterhook's Quantum Eraser? Can I read out the original message from Sleeping Warrior to yourself?
Yeah, that's fine.
Huey, I've had a guy respond to the cited, quote, "gravity is not a force," end quote, video I did yesterday. He's watched it and basically claimed that we don't understand because we have simply cherry-picked. It's worth responding to with a hangout. Let's address him. Question mark. And then Quantum Eraser's response was ready. So I don't know if you want to do that now.
What's there to do? I mean, first define cherry pick, then show how we cherry pick. I'll bet you he doesn't even know what cherry pick means, as per usual. So I don't see how I cherry pick 12 citations. Dude, buddy.
I think the problem is that where some of the places that you got those citations from, what you didn't do is grab hold of the entire reference, give it a big warm hug, and hold it close to your heart.
I missed that.
So there's an issue where people don't understand the difference between citations and references. So if you take a citation, obviously you have to take it with context from your reference. Now your reference, 5 pages on, might declare that they believe in Satanism, quite overtly. It doesn't change your citation, and it doesn't mean that you have to believe in Satanism because it's in the same reference. That's nonsensical. Shout out to Awaken Narrative, who says there's no flucking curvature. Right. Thank you for the super chat, Awaken Narrative. Really appreciate your support.
Nathan, can you read that one part of Sleeping Warriors reference to what that guy said about gravity as a force?
Is it further down in Ballbusters?
Well, the one you just read to John from Sleeping Warrior. What was the main thing is the guy is saying gravity is a force and we're saying it's not. Is that what he's saying?
I have had a guy respond to the cited, quote, gravity is not a force, end quote, video I did yesterday. He's watched it and basically claimed we don't understand because we have simply cherry-picked. It's worth responding to him, blah, blah, blah.
Has he seen George Musser say it's not a force?
Perhaps not.
It's not our claim. It's their guy saying it's not a force.
These are the same guys that tell you that when you see a building in the distance that it's been loomed up behind Earth curvature. I wouldn't pay any attention to them. They're insane.
Yeah, well put. When we say clock tower, oil rig, Chicago skyline, they say no, 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 no. A slightly looming non-standard refraction high in a holographic projection of the Chicago skyline from behind the reified edge of an Earth curve based on a horizon, a not actual location where the sky appears to meet the ground, being reified into an Earth curve edge based on an R value and a begging the question. Proof of nothing, perspective hijacking curve calculator. Not just the Chicago skyline that you can see. A projection from behind my reified Earth edge.
I'd like to finish the train of thought that you were saying a citation, but then you read the reference. So when George Musser said gravity is not a force, if you completely read the whole statement, it's magical, and we don't need to be at the really is level. So the full reference goes on. What? Chocolate has this down great. That your own guy, George Musser, says it's not a force. So when Anthony says gravity's not a force, he's arguing with his side as well as our side.
And with that, I'll say if you are watching this on the Nathan Oakley premiering stream, then stay tuned as there will be an after show to follow. Unfortunately, if you're watching this live on the Nathan Oakley live stream, then this is where we bid you farewell. A huge, massive, enormous thank you to all of today's Discord and G+ panels for making this live show possible. And of course, a massive thank you to all of you in the live chat for making the super chats and sharing, subscribing, and all that good stuff. As I say, stay tuned if you're watching on Nathan Oakley premiering stream, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
The more things
No,
change, the more they stay the same.
Ranti, not exactly. Now we have to explain how can you fly nose up around the donut hole.
That's a new one.
Yeah. Ranti?
Yes.
Do you know how much time is there in a cubic meter of space?
42.
That has to be a trick question, right? Yeah.
I don't know. I can give you one more.
Well,
How much space is?
hang on, we're talking about a concept here, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
How can you? Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I don't see how a donut is a concept.
Or a donut hole. I nearly cried yesterday laughing when Nathan was going on about show me a polo hole or show me a donut hole.
Yeah, what's a polo hole?
The mint, polo mint, the round like I don't know, like a plate with a hole in the middle.
Is that a British thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait,
No further questions.
Is a golf hole space-time of a golf course?
Come on, I don't work today. Stop with the golfing jokes.
Hey, QE, it's like eating tea. Polo hole and eating tea.
But I think Brenda made a birdie.
Well, I thought the video that Sleeping Warrior put out about the citations was pretty clear. Actually, you have 12 citations. How can you be misrepresenting 12 citations?
Yeah, exactly. Why would these people all be saying that if they didn't mean what they were saying?
Oh, he made a video?
Yep.
Huh.
Sleeping Warrior did, yeah.
I missed it. All right, I'll catch it after we're done.
You know, citations that gravity is not a force. 12 of them, and it was pretty clear. You know, nothing was cherry picked. But apparently now it's cherry picking that you quote on scientists, saying that gravity isn't a force.
It was originally designated as a toe tag. So when I released the toe tag for Dr. Faulkner, there was 10 anti-rebuttal citations, but they ended up not being in that video. And my justification, although it would have been beneficial if they had been in that video, was to say that we're attacking gas pressure without a container and his lack of response beyond a hillbilly redneck example of gas pressure in containers. So based on that, Anthony's trimmed out that actual toe tag. He could have labelled it toe tag, I'm sure you say it at the beginning, but called it 12 citations that gravity is not a force. It's your 12s. Go on.
I did it also, and I'm going to run it after the new world premiere of Ballbusters on Saturday. I'm going to run it right after that. So mine is labeled Danny Faulkner toe tag, just to let you know.
Perfect. He's a good toe tag. You know, there'll be a few. You know, Midwest.
Nathan.
Go on. Yeah.
In the show before this, you said that the horizon is an apparent location.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yes.
That's
right.
The citation.
So that means that it's not an. Does that mean that it's not an actual location?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, if it's not an actual location, why do we see boats on the horizon?
Does the sky actually touch the ground? It apparently touches the ground. Actually.
If a boat is on the horizon, then that means that it is an actual location.
No, the
not really. No.
No, the boat is at an actual location. The horizon is not.
Have you ever done any filming by the seashore?
No.
No. Well, I can tell you, I've filmed many boats from 5 miles away, 10 miles away, 15 miles away, and do you know what? When you're down quite low, when you're down to around about 10 feet or so, and you see those boats at 5 miles, 10 miles, 15 miles away, they all appear to be on the horizon, even though they're a good distance away from each other. That's just how perspective works.
Okay. So you're saying that the horizon is based on your location, and it changes based on the location you're in.
Babs, if you see a boat at the horizon, and let's say you take another boat to that boat, right? Do you think that horizon will appear the way it did when you saw it before? Or would you have
No,
another
it's going to be in
horizon?
front of you.
Just explain to
Well,
them.
no. Would you have another horizon appear once you get to that boat?
You have another horizon appear in front of you once you get to that boat.
Right, which means that the first horizon was an actual location.
Could it
Does
not
it
be an
change?
actual location if you can actually go to that location?
Yeah,
Because
but
when
you
you
went
get
to the
there,
boat. You
I'll
didn't
tell
go
you.
to the
No, it
horizon.
is a location.
Your
Let me just say
horizon
something.
will change.
Oh God, why is it that
Jeez, oh man, this is
ugh.
retarded.
Because when you get there, the horizon won't be there. That's why.
Duh.
You're saying the horizon's
Okay.
if you're saying my argument's it's the position that the boat is currently at as I'm looking at it. Therefore, an actual location. The horizon, that is. Not where the boat is, albeit at that point in time they're the same. When you move, you get to the boat, but you never get to the horizon. It moves as you move because it's an not actual or apparent location.
That's because it's an optical illusion that you're looking at.
Yeah,
Through
the
the
diffraction
perspective.
limit and atmospheric conditions. That's basically it.
Right. I don't know. I feel like there's a bit of confusion when you say that it's not an actual location. I completely understand what you mean
Just
by that.
explained it to you.
But
Oh, it's not a geometrical location. It's not the leading edge of a sphere.
You can't
just
go there.
explained it to you.
It's not like you can go there and say, "I'm just going to go to the horizon today."
Oh my God.
you'll
You
never
just-
you'll never get there now.
Yeah, you'll never get there. Exactly.
Now, rainbows,
At
on
the
the other
bottom of the
hand,
river.
I've got this Irish friend that assures me there's gold at the end of them.
Is
I actually
there
have a
such
friend
a
of mine
thing as
who
a
almost
geometric
photographed
horizon?
Say again, Babs?
Such a thing as a geometric horizon?
What, a reified sphere edge?
Yeah, but that in their
No.
model, that geometric horizon is always changing in reality when you actually go out and film. You know, one day you can see farther and one day you can't see quite as far, and it never ever seems to quite match what the globe prediction would be. The
Right.
geo
Can you define horizon for us, please?
Ranty actually had an excellent point, because at the
Um,
same time, while they imagine that to be the leading edge of a sphere, in reality, what they are applying is everything super mega ultra looming into a perfect flat plane, so they should not see it, but they still like to imagine it.
So the definition of a horizon is the line at which the Earth's surface and the sky appear to meet.
Appear.
The key word
Appear.
is appears. Right?
That's right.
So how I like to every once in a while when me and Zanik get into this nonsense, I ask him, Zanik, does the horizon have an address? Right?
That's a good one.
And a couple of times he said, yeah. Oh, so you can give me the exact address of the horizon. I can just get there, right? And then once I get
Yeah,
there,
sky.
will there be another
Sky that
horizon
Earth
that I look
physically
at
touched.
once I look out?
Right.
Or will I just have that horizon and I'll just be there?
Oh my
No.
God.
Right.
It's an
Just read the
actual,
definition,
it's an
right? Read
apparent
the definition.
location.
Here we go. Read the definition, right? It's the apparent position where the sky meets the earth. Now, in reality, does the sky ever meet the earth?
No, never. Doesn't.
There you go. Duh. Can we move on?
Doesn't it meet the Earth
Hold
everywhere?
on. We don't know that, right?
Yeah, we
No,
do.
we
Yeah,
do.
yeah, we
God.
do.
We do?
Definitely know that.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
The question-
Sky's always
the
above
question
me.
on the table. The
That
question on the
position-
table is there a
Are
geo
you sure
horizon?
about that?
I tell you what, we'll use Babs' example. It's SX. When I go out to the horizon, where the sky appears to meet the ground, when I get there, it's not there anymore. It's out at the horizon again, and then I travel to that horizon, thinking I'm going to get to the point where the sky meets the ground, and you know what? It's moved again because it's based on your perception. It's the diffraction limit of your vision. at the extremities.
To make the claim that they
what it
never
is.
meet nowhere, that's a claim of knowledge of everything there is out there. So
It's just
since you don't
self-evident.
know
Can you point to the
what
horizon
shape
on
is
a
or
map?
whatever it is, you
Well,
cannot
you could have an argument if you believe in a dome, but you'd have to obviously back that assertion. You could say, well, the sky is a dome. I don't make that claim, by the way. Anybody who's going to.
But you say they never meet, so that claim
That's
that
not
you
what
know
he's saying. He's using an argument from ignorance fallacy for his position. He's a fuckwit.
Shut the fuck up, John.
If anyone
You're
can
a
point to
fucking
me
retard.
on a map where the horizon is,
Yeah, but
that would be
SX,
much
the problem
obliged.
is you're trying to reify an apparent location, saying that.
No,
it's
if he
never-
says
that
the
it's
sky never
literally
meets
the definition
hold on.
of a
If
horizon.
he says the sky never meets the earth, that's a claim of knowledge. Okay?
Where does the sky meet the
You know
earth,
that the
SX?
sky never meets the earth.
Where does
Actually,
the sky
like you
meet
know
the
the
earth?
entire what the earth is.
Where does the sky meet the earth?
I don't think that's an unreasonable assumption based on the experiences of everybody ever.
Right.
That the sky meeting the earth is even kind of vague and conceptual, because technically everywhere the sky meets the earth except when there's ocean in between. So it's
Really?
just a visual phenomena. The
Yeah,
horizon is
yeah,
the visual end result.
Yeah,
So
I see what
there's
Armin's
a
saying.
possibility that the sky will meet the ground, is what you're saying.
Yeah, in the same way I look out my window now, and the sky physically, is touching the roof of the building I can see next to it, and that's attached to me. So the sky's touching the building? Well, no, it isn't.
I mean,
That's
what you're saying is
preposterous.
that the air at my feet is the sky.
Define
That's what you're saying.
sky.
Well, yeah, it's strange
What
you
is
should
the
say
sky?
that.
Defines.
That's how it's defined in the heliocentric model, weirdly enough. That's where space begins.
But the heliocentric model is nonsense. I just mean, what is the sky?
Good question. I asked that about day 10 into Flat
Armin
Earth.
is trying to equivocate.
a
Armin's
good
trying to
question.
equivocate the atmosphere with the sky.
Well, I don't know what the sky is. It could be that when I see that blue, it's just atmosphere. I don't know either way. It could be. I can't discount that.
Exactly.
But how does SX go from that statement to that means you claim you know everything about the earth?
It's called a leap of logic.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've had a boat.
Uh,
I've gone to a destination
to
where the
explain.
horizon was. When I get there, the horizon moved. It's further in front of me. So by saying that and explaining it so succinctly as we have, then how does that mean I know everything
No,
about the earth?
When you say the sky never meets the earth, that's assuming that you, or in my logic, you're saying that you know what the totality of what the earth and the sky is, because you're saying
It wouldn't
it
matter
never.
if the Earth
You may
was a
say,
pizza,
hold on,
a dodecahedron, a triangle, a mythodactyl. The sky never meets the frigging ground.
The sky
Physically.
is not. Sorry. The sky
Go
is not really a location. There's no location. It's just the sky. We don't know of any location.
We don't know what it is.
Is that incorrect to say that?
No,
That's
it's
the
not
point,
incorrect.
isn't it?
You can't give the sky
Since
a
we don't
zip
know what
code.
it is, since we don't know what it is or where it ends, we cannot say it
Argument
never
for
meets
ignorance
the
fallacy.
ground.
Yeah,
The context, SX, the context
For
here
most
was
people,
the
the sky
horizon.
would
Like
be
I said,
the
argument
air
from
of-
ignorance fallacy.
Maybe you need to explain what an argument from ignorance fallacy is.
Holding a position based on there's no proof of it.
And can we please all just try to interrupt one another one at a time, not
That's
all at
very
once?
true, Arwin. So, SX, do you appreciate what he's saying? If you're saying you can't disprove it because there's no evidence to the contrary, that would be an argument from ignorance. Do you appreciate that?
Well, based on that, then all your arguments are invalid because all the arguments on the Glover side, they you cannot disprove them.
Yes, you can.
you can.
Argument from ignorance fallacy
Oh, God.
again. He's stuck in the same friggin' ditch.
It's like you didn't hear what I said, right?
Yeah, I did
You
hear
guys
what
do the
you
same
said.
shit. That's what I'm saying. You guys do the same shit.
Yeah, your position is based on ignorance.
What's your geo
Yours
horizon?
too, when you make claims like that.
What's your geo horizon?
I don't understand your claim, SX. You're making a giant leap of logic and not filling us in on the blanks as to why.
If I say
I already
SX,
did it. Try to explain it.
Try a
If you
different
didn't
way.
get it, that's not my problem.
Try a different way. If I say,
I'm done.
if I say the
You got
atmosphere,
bigger problems.
if I say the atmosphere is not unicorn farts, and you go, you haven't disproven that. Do you understand how that's also an argument from ignorance fallacy? Saying there's no evidence.
Can you please repeat that?
I just want SX to appreciate this logical fallacy. It's useful to discuss it, and if he doesn't understand it, that's good news. I don't want to get annoyed at him. It's useful.
Nathan, you were asked to repeat it.
Oh, was I? So if I detail the lack of evidence of something, so I say nobody's demonstrated that in the region beyond the ice wall, just to make this more obvious that I don't back this. So beyond the ice wall, there's no evidence to disprove that the atmosphere is unicorn farts there. So so I can say to you, you can't just declare that it's not unicorn farts because you haven't disproven that. Do you appreciate that that's just an argument from ignorance? If not, say no and it'll get expanded on.
Perfect, Nathan. But you cannot assert that there is unicorn farts either.
So you could also say that you couldn't assert that the sky does touch the ground by the same standard then?
I didn't make that claim. You did. You say the sky never meets the ground. So you cannot make that assertion.
Right.
That assertion.
And your rebuttal is to say that
point.
There's no evidence to suggest that it doesn't meet the ground. It's not been disproven.
I'm not making that claim. But I'm not making that claim, though. You're the one who made the claim.
Yeah, that's correct. But you're saying that the lack of evidence to the contrary supports the rebuttal. But
I'm not making any claims here. You're the one who
you
made
can't
the claim
disprove that the clause doesn't exist. So it must exist.
Hold on, I'm trying to have this out with SX because I want him to understand, and he's getting rumpused. Sorry, SX, try again.
Yeah, you made the claim. I didn't make no claims at all. You made the claim of knowledge of the ground. The earth never touches the sky. That's a claim of knowledge.
Yeah.
I didn't make no claims at all. I didn't say. I say you're wrong by saying that claim. You gotta. What I'm trying to say is that you gotta input a caveat on caveat. How you say, like, you gotta say, like,
oh my God.
SX. 1 second. SX. Right. I'll end this. SX. Please define what the sky is.
Yeah.
Once you do that,
again,
that'll answer your
did I
question.
make any claims though?
Define what the sky is.
Why do I have to define it? Nathan is the one who made the positive claim that the sky never meets the ground.
So we can have a conversation about.
You're misinterpreting the context of his claim on purpose. It didn't mean physical, literal. It means optic, horizon.
Just Brian and SX, please.
SX,
why are you asking me, Brian?
I'm not looking for you to go looking on the internet. I'm just looking for you to tell everybody what the sky is to you. What is the sky?
I don't know. I didn't make any claims. Why are you asking me?
What is the sky? What is the sky? What is not? What isn't the sky?
Hello. Can you guys hear me?
He's answered you, Brian. Brian, he has answered you. I would give the same answer. I'm not making any claims about the sky. I'm attacking your claim that it never meets the ground. Now, albeit contextualized by the horizon specifically, which is what we're detailing, he's got a point if it wasn't contextualized with the horizon. So, but his attack on it is the bit I want to focus on. The argument from ignorance. Him saying, you haven't demonstrated that not being the case, therefore you can't make that declaration. That being an argument from ignorance fallacy.
And that's a claim, by the way. SX.
What is a claim? What is a claim, Nathan?
He just told you.
Just repeat it. It's okay. I want him to understand. It's
That you cannot make that assertion.
Hold on, just 1 second. I want QE to explain how you are, in fact, making a claim when you make that argument from ignorance. Can you explain that to him, QE?
I'm not. I'm just going to define it and give you an example. Argument for ignorance is an argument for or against the proposition on the basis of a lack of evidence for or against it. Here's the fallacy. Dark matter is created by invisible three-toed gnomes throwing pixie ducks in a black hole behind the Crab Nebula. Can you disprove it? No. Therefore, it's true. Duh. Now, can we move on to like donuts or something?
John, did you say pixie ducks?
Dust.
I thought for a moment a new mythical creature was born.
No, pixie dust. The three-toed gnomes are a fictional character.
I heard pixie ducks. Like a special type of duck.
Like a venting duck.
Am I missing something here? Doesn't the sky touch the ground everywhere?
No.
No.
So you go to a point. Hold on. So
what am I
you
missing,
can go
guys?
to a
Help
point.
up.
You can shut up. You can go to a point where you stop. You can't go any further because the sky stops you and the ground stops you from moving. That's what you're saying.
Like in the Truman Show.
All the horizon.
Let him define what touch means.
All the horizon
And then
is
let's see if that holds up.
just a field of view.
Oh, give me a fucking break. You want me to define what touch means?
The field of view.
Yeah.
That's
It's a
where
physical.
you're going with this?
You appreciate. It's not that we need to define it. We just need to appreciate that has a
define what touch
physicality.
means.
So yeah,
Molecularly interacting. Okay, how about that?
interacting physically though, right?
I'm touching my table and mouse now. Is that
Yes.
equivalent?
Yes, I'm touching this. I'm touching the atmosphere right now. Right?
The atmosphere. Atmo being air
the
and sphere being your
atmosphere.
Fundy presupposition.
I.e. the sky.
Sorry, atmo means air, and sphere is your Fundy presupposition. So when you say touching the sky,
Let him define sky and see if the atmosphere and the sky are the same.
well, no, atmo just means air,
okay, they are
and
the
sphere
same.
is their Fundy presupposition that they impose on the air.
The sky and the atmosphere are the same thing as viewed from Earth.
Is this thing on? So, atmo means air. Sphere means your Fundy presupposition imposed on the air. That's what atmosphere means. Now, the sky is the blue thing I'm looking at right now. Not the air
the
I'm
atmosphere.
breathing. It's not the air.
You're not looking at the atmosphere? The blue thing isn't the atmosphere. Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, because I can also look at my ceiling, which is something very different. But it also contains atmo, air.
Looking through it.
I mean, this shouldn't be.
Sorry, you're going to ignore that? So, yeah, I'm looking through the same substance when I look at my ceiling. And that's not the sky, is it? So, no. The air...
Because you're inside, Nathan.
Yeah. But I'm still looking through atmo, air.
I'm breathing.
The stuff I'm breathing.
Yeah,
but it's so there is a distinction. So can you stop rumpusing me? There's a distinction between the two then. When I look up through the air, it doesn't necessarily follow that I'm looking at the sky. So no, they're not the same. You're wrong. And to conclude, the sky does not meet the ground. It appears to meet the ground at the horizon. But if you try to reach that location, the position, called the horizon, will move as you move. So you'll never get there because it's not an actual position to reach. The sky does not meet the ground at the horizon.
The sky
See you
meets
next
the
year in
ground
third
everywhere.
grade. See you next year in 3rd grade.
So
Anyway,
like if I'm
this is
sitting
just
here right
trolling. This is
now,
clearly just trolling.
right? Okay,
Clearly
so
just
I'm on
trolling.
my front porch.
No,
If I
no,
put
he's
my
serious.
hand
No,
in
he's
front of
serious.
myself,
He
Yeah, I agree.
actually
Serious,
believes
Andy.
the sky.
Seriously trolling.
This is unorthodox. He's serious.
I don't care who he is. It's
yeah,
trolling.
I mean, come on.
I don't think you're right.
This is
People have
pretty
got
simple.
a fundamentalist religious zealous assertion that they hold on very tightly to, and all arguments will start with that zealot assertion in place. So when you get to these cognitive breaks where things they use and reify in their sphere belief get taken apart for what they actually are, not actual locations in this instance with the horizon, it's very troubling for them, and they've got a lot of questions.
So
They're
what you said,
confusing the
Nathan, was
sky
basically the
with
difference
air.
between the
Hey,
atmosphere and the sky
hey.
is if there's a blockage in front of the atmosphere, it's not the sky.
Sorry, air. The air. I keep saying it, you're just ignoring it every
Sure,
time.
the air.
Atmo is air. Sphere is your fundamentalist religious belief.
How do you put up with these people?
Jack Daniels.
Oh,
I just had to point that out. I thought that was pretty hilarious. Thank you, Brenda. That is so stupid. Brenda gave me that realization.
Sorry, that doesn't really address the fact that
I've
the
heard
sky
this-
doesn't meet the ground at the horizon. It's just a not actual location reified into existence by people who believe they live on a sphere.
Well, you would have to rephrase that a little bit because the sky meets the ground everywhere. So at the horizon, the sky is actually meeting the ground.
Not optically. And that's what
Is
we're
this the
talking
only-
about when we're talking about the horizon. Optics, not the physical
Because
matter
you
within the
move on
container here.
horizon, you'd have to say
Can
like
we move
the
on?
furthest position you can see land or something like
I
that.
guess not.
We're talking about optics, not the matter within the container. Okay, visuals, not literal.
To be more in these
Well,
people's
I mean, I
line now
think,
to go
I think
find the
when we're
curve and stop
discussing
wasting
things,
our
we need
time.
to be a little bit more careful in defining them.
this is a toe tag moment, surely.
Atmo plane.
Oh, he's been toe tagged many times. Even last week, I ran one on him specifically.
How does this guy answer perspective as the railroad tracks narrow in on each other? Isn't this the same? Doesn't he just miss it?
It seems that according to their logic, that it's possible in some strange way that the railroad tracks don't stay apart and actually crash together.
Of
that's what
like
he's
mind,
saying.
Brian. I was
I know
just
it.
about to say exactly that. So the point where the train tracks meet each other, they actually meet each other in the same way the sky and land converge at the horizon. The train tracks converge and actually touch each other, then do they? No.
Can anybody hear me?
Hang on, chocolate. Hang on. This is where his argument derails.
Boom, boom.
Boom!
So let us know, and every time somebody brings out horizon, we answer train tracks.
Go ahead, let him answer. Let him answer.
I just want to know, has anybody ever referred to the air at their feet as
Let
the sky?
him answer.
Lay on the ground.
So do the train tracks actually converge at the horizon in the same way the sky converges with the ground at the horizon? These two things touch the train tracks, right?
Hello.
Hey,
But
Fundy.
do they touch? They touch everywhere. They touch everywhere. The horizon would be the furthest
touch
possible distance that you can witness.
Yeah, this is just like the curvature calculator nonsense. He's just
Are you
refusing
drunk?
to get it. He's just
No, actually,
refusing
like,
to
if-
get that
if
we're
we're in a
not talking
debate-
about orthographic view. We're talking about perspective view. Except in this case, he's talking about the matter within the container versus actual optics.
What are you talking about? He said the railroad tracks touch everywhere. That's what he
Yeah,
just
they
said.
They touch everywhere. They touch the atmosphere everywhere.
No.
So we're in a
got the
debate,
at-
okay?
oh
If we're
my
talking
God.
about
It's
things
all
we
right.
need to
No, he's
define
just
properly.
playing games now. No,
Yeah, he's just
the
trolling
tracks.
Yeah,
Okay,
now you get it.
it's all right.
Tell
He's
him
struggling
trolling.
with basic English, or he's playing games, or he's trolling as Ranty. Now we think he's trolling Ranty, yeah. So we'll be a bit more specific for you in Orthodox. See how you get on. We're talking about rail left side and rail right side. Now you're standing, looking at the horizon on this railway, and you've got your left foot on the left track and your right foot on the right track. And in the distance, they touch. Now our question is, do they actually touch at that point of convergence? Like you claim the sky and ground actually touch at the exact same point of convergence. Do rail tracks left and rail track right touch at the point of convergence, yes or no?
Touch each other.
Of course not. Of course not.
Oh.
Then you're done.
Oh, well, then, in the same way, the sky doesn't touch the ground in Orthodox. It just appears that way.
But it touches everywhere. So I'm saying we'll debate. We need to be careful.
It touches everywhere.
Okay? We need to be careful.
I think
about our
chocolate.
terms
I
if
think
we're in
chocolate
debate.
should
The
finish
sky
his
touches the
feet
ground
hitting the
everywhere,
sky.
okay?
Well, let me just
You
ask
would
him a
have to
question.
define
How does the
horizon
upper
as
atmosphere ever touch the ground?
the furthest
Can you explain that, please?
distance you can witness.
Who has ever referred to the air at their feet to be the sky?
Well, I would say it's the atmosphere is viewed from a human perspective, right?
Yeah, from a human perspective, who has ever said, look up at the sky and look down at their feet?
That's not what he said. He
Who?
said, look at the atmosphere
Well, the
from the
only
human
difference is
perspective.
perspective.
So,
Get down by your feet and look up.
sorry, you're talking nonsense. You're saying, look at the atmosphere from a human perspective. Atmo means air. Can I see the air? Is that something I can look at from a human perspective, the atmo? Air. I can see that, can I?
Yes, it's blue.
No, I can't. It's an invisible gas.
What
has
at
a
night?
scattering
What colour is it
effect,
at
like you
night?
witness
What
it
colour
in
is
the
it at
sky.
night?
Yo,
No,
sorry.
what
I
colour
realise.
is it at night? You just said it was blue. What
I
colour is
realise
it at
you
night?
think the blue sky is atmo, and I'm saying atmo means air, and you can't see air; it's invisible. But you're insisting that atmo is the sky, and you're wrong. Hello.
So you're
colour
saying
is
that
it
the
at night?
atmosphere is in the sky. Is that correct? That's your position?
What color is it at night?
Well, I mean, if you guys say something else, just let me know what you think it is. Because I say that
What
the
color
atmosphere
is
is
the
the sky.
sky at night?
What's your definition of the sky?
What color is the sky at night?
Black. Generally.
Why are you
means
asking me
curve.
such a silly question?
Because
You just said it was
I've
blue.
got a definition on
You said it's the
screen.
blue
Can
bit,
we
the
agree to this
atmo.
one?
You guys are
I
telling
want to
me
ask the
I'm
question.
wrong. Okay. You think it's something else. Tell me what it is.
I don't know.
Read
We
the
don't know. We don't
definition
make
on
that
the
claim.
screen from Paul.
Don't know. Sorry, don't know the answer to that.
Paul's got.
So
definition on
I'm
the screen,
wrong.
Nathan.
You don't know what it is. You just know that it's not what I say it is.
No, it's not invisible air. Yeah.
No, you just said it was blue.
Wait a minute. Let's just see if we can agree to this definition. I want to ask him a question.
I just want to say before Paul puts up that this is what ballers believe is outside the box thinking. This is what it started out as. Even if they're told it now, this started out as some kind of outside the box thinking. That you don't know, Nathan, that the sky doesn't actually touch the ground. That's their version of thinking outside the box.
That wasn't me. That was another flat earther.
Yeah, but you came in with the same nonsense. So what's the difference?
Your
What's the
logic.
flat earther?
No, I'm.
Your logic makes
If we're
us
gonna
think the
debate-
railroad tracks touch each other.
How do you know it doesn't happen?
We need to be very
Yeah, how do
specific
I
about
know?
our
That's
definition.
true. How do
We
I
kinda
know
know.
it doesn't happen?
The railroad tracks touch everywhere, he said.
Paul's
And
got a
Kara's-
definition.
Touch the sky
Let's read
everywhere.
Paul's definition.
Go ahead, Paul.
I said the region of the clouds or the upper air, the upper atmosphere of the Earth. Question: does the upper atmosphere ever touch the Earth?
No.
I'm sharing my screen. Could you share my screen?
I can. It'll be the last thing we do. Go ahead.
So I've
Yeah,
typed
but hold on. He didn't answer his question.
Does the upper
yeah, the
atmosphere
molecules
ever
shift
touch
around.
the Earth?
At one point, it will end up touching. Yeah, they shift around.
Okay, so I looked into.
Wait. If the upper atmosphere ever comes down to the lower part, wouldn't that change? So wouldn't it be the lower atmosphere? So the upper atmosphere can never touch the
Well,
Earth.
you're kind of redefining atmosphere. You're saying the atmosphere isn't the atmosphere; it's just upper atmosphere. So you're kind of redefining the atmosphere.
What the hell? I'm getting out of here. This is so nonsensical. Sorry, I'm sick of this. Bye, guys.
I'm just saying.
I agree, Arwen.
But
Okay, go ahead, Ranty.
So I asked the question in Google. I just typed in, does the sky touch the ground? And the first response is, the sky does not touch the ground. Nothing like that ever happens. For someone who has undergone basic schooling, this should be a commonly known fact. Quote unquote.
And with that, I'll say a huge, massive, enormous thank you to all of you who did tune in on the Nathan Oakley premiering stream for hopefully smashing the super chat, liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing, and all that good stuff. Of course, a massive thank you to all of today's Discord and G+ panels for making this after show possible. Be sure to check out nathanoakley.com and the Flat Earth Debate Forum. I've been Nathan Oakley, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!